Hello and welcome to my channel and welcome to this video where we are wrapping up 2023. I'm giving you my best purchases, some of my worst purchases. Some of these were gifts, but you get the idea. I'm very excited to show you all these lovely things. Subscribe if you like fashion or makeup content. I do both on this channel. I will discuss both in this video. And let's get started. Just a little heads up, my very recent purchases, like the ones that I did for Black Friday or the ones that I received for Christmas, stuff like that, I haven't included in here. But some of them are rapidly becoming favorites. This little set that I'm wearing right now, this blue tank top with the white sweater and some white track pants, I've been wearing it all week. But that's besides the point. We're going to talk about the things that I've been using all year, that I've maybe owned for almost a year, or a little bit more recent. And we're going to talk about makeup and fashion, like I said. So some of you may have noticed that I've been really into multichromes this year. If there's something makeup-wise that was really the focus of my purchases, then it was multichromes. I don't actually have my most favorite products here. That will be the case for a lot of them because I'm currently back in the Netherlands and some of it is here, but a lot of this stuff is also back in Antwerp. But I'll add pictures and little bits of footage and whatever I can find. So the first thing I want to mention is the Adept Seahorse palette. This came out, I think, at the beginning of the summer, end of the spring. I'd already tried Adept at this point. It was a new brand for me this year, but I fell in love with it. Saw this crazy expensive palette, but I knew it would be the one. I knew that it would fit my style perfectly. All these kind of tones that I'm wearing right now, I knew it would be perfect. So I bought it and I couldn't have been happier. There are 14 multichromes and one sort of normal shimmer shade. They're all equally beautiful. You can mix and match them. The amount of comments that I've gotten from random people, from people at my bridge club, from people at university about my eyeshadow being so lovely and what it was. A multichrome is just really, really pretty and so easy. So a couple of ones that I also really loved were the single shadows that I purchased from Terra Moons and Cleona and Lethal Cosmetics. Honestly, I really like the Terra Moons ones. They're the most sparkly, the most shifty. I think Cleona really, I don't know if they invented the multichrome, but they were like one of the first brands to do them. But honestly, I think they're a little bit lackluster. And if I was going to mention any of these multichromes as my worst purchases, I think it's the Cleona ones. I'm sorry. I know I just said that subtlety is beautiful too, but they're a little bit too subtle. I especially love the Terra Moon's ultra flaky ones, like Proxima, Musifii, which is a little bit older. And there's this blue, purple, silvery, shifty one. I'll look up the name, of course. And I think that's my favorite multichrome of the whole year. Enough about that. Let's hop into a fashion item. This has really been the year of first for me, or the year where I really started to become acquainted with what I actually like and how I actually like to shop. So I found out that I really like to buy secondhand, as well as firsthand, but also secondhand. But it's a little bit difficult to do it in thrift stores because I am on the larger side. And honestly, a lot of thrift stores, especially in Belgium, they only carry like sizes small and medium. But I did find a couple of good things, and one of them is this skirt. I'm sure you've seen it in my shorts. I've been aggressively doing shorts for a couple of months this year and had a lot of fun with that as well. But I showed this skirt. It's really, really wide. Doesn't even fit in the screen. It's like more than a full circle skirt. It's the perfect length. I'm quite tall and I find that a lot of skirts just don't even really cover my behind. And this one fits nicely at the halfway point on my back legs, which is all I could ask for. And I only got it for $4.95, which is also amazing. Despite the fact that this is quite a loud pattern and a little bit less pastel or muted than what I've been going for, I find this matches very easily with a lot of my pastel and black clothing. So this has been maybe, well, I won't go so far as to say it was the best purchase clothing-wise, but definitely up there. I've been trying to be good and not buy too many shoes, but of course there have been a couple of purchases this year. I think the winning pair of shoes for this year is this pair of beige heels that I got from my mom in the summer. And honestly, I didn't know what I was missing. I knew these would be good and these would fill a hole in my closet, but I didn't know how good they were. So I've discovered that I'm not really a fan of open toe shoes, partly because the straps are always really tight and it doesn't look very nice. I realized that in order for me to actually wear sandals, they need to be super flattering, super comfortable, all of that. And they are a little bit higher than what would be common here in the Netherlands, I guess. But I can wear them to work. I have a sitting job, but I do have to cycle there and run around the warehouse and stuff like that. And it's perfect with these. But what's the main difference between these and other shoes that I've gotten that are a similar style in the past? The straps are crossed instead of right across. I often got these little strappy sandals, which look really cute on a lot of people, but I think my feet are a little bit too wide for them. So often I get blisters at the edges and it just doesn't look cute and it doesn't feel nice either. But in these, my foot just sort of fits in them perfectly. And also this color, I didn't know how versatile it actually was. I thought I was going to wear it with beige outfits, maybe white outfits, but honestly, I've been wearing it a lot with blue, with pink. These have actually been my go-to summer shoes, apart from my sneakers, of course. So yeah, I'm very happy with these, and I'll remember that when I buy shoes in the future, that they need to fit my foot at the front end of them. Oh, I've also discovered that a block heel is definitely the way to go for me. I want to share one bag that unfortunately is in Antwerp at the moment, but I have to mention this one. This was the first bag purchase that I did, well, larger bag purchase that I did with my own money, and it's this bag from Guess. It's this beautiful beigey brown tone with the fluffy wool sides, and it's just perfect. It's fully vegan. I think the other shoes are as well. It's not luxury, of course, but for me it was quite a big purchase, and I've been loving it. I've been getting tons of compliments. It's in Antwerp for a reason. I took it with me when I started to live there because I knew I would get a lot of use out of it. And even though I can't take it with me to my internship because I need my laptop, for everything else I've been using this bag and I've been loving it. As we are talking about discoveries that I did this year, I've discovered that I have a very, very strong fondness for the shade light blue. Any variety of the shade, a little bit deeper, a little bit lighter, a little bit more turquoisey. I love it all and I've been buying some of it. And a couple of things that I'd like to show. I got this blouse quite early in the year. It has these 3/4 sleeves that billow up. It has a beautiful neckline that I do like to wear a little cami underneath just because I guess I'm a prude. You don't really need to, but I like to. It's from H&M. And yeah, like I said, it's my Cinderella blouse and I've been really liking it. Another purchase in the color that I made is this sweater. This is a little bit of a deeper blue, which at first I wasn't sure if I should get this, but then I saw it was oversized. And it was also available in my size, which meant that it would actually fit oversized on me. And I just love that. I've been discovering cargo pants, oversized clothing, shorts, all that kind of more boyish stuff. And I love it. It's so comfortable. I think it looks good. You can see it's really long. I especially love the sleeves because the shoulder drops a little bit lower, but then the sleeves are also long enough. It's just the perfect silhouette. It's kind of light. You can wear it all year round. I especially love this during the fall time. I think that's when it really shone. It's from the brand Even and Odd. All the clothing that I get is usually quite affordable, but oh, by the way, a super cool element to this one is that it has the double zip. So I've been loving wearing this just pinched in the middle, and then you can sort of see your tank top underneath and also the skirt or whatever you're wearing. And this has made me discover that I really like oversized clothing. So there you go. And while we're on the topic of things that I've discovered, I know this is crazy to discover all in the course of a couple of months, but it's true. I only discovered bodysuits this year. It started with this one. This one is from Primark. Honestly, I won't buy them from Primark again. The quality is pretty bad. It's already starting to pill. But this color, it's beautiful. It's this grayish blue, which is also a shade I really like. I like it for my eyeshadow as well. And then I discovered that I always feel really self-conscious about my lower back being visible. And with my torso or my lower back area being a little bit longer, that almost always happens, except for when I wear oversized clothing. But I don't always want that. Still, I don't want to have my whole back out when I'm just leaning forward a little bit at work or whatever. Even when I'm just chilling at home, I just don't like the feeling. I feel self-conscious. So I discovered that a bodysuit is perfect for that. You can just wear sweats with it and it's perfectly comfortable and you feel covered and nice and still kind of sexy because it's tight at the top and it pulls down the tank top easily. I know most of you have heard this and know this, but it was a discovery for me and it's led me to buy a couple of other ones. I have a pink one now, a beige one. I think that's it. But yeah, this is a really nice one. At some point, I do want to buy one from Nike or something else that's a little bit more durable. But for now, this is fine. Okay, I have a couple of clothing items left, but I want to jump into the rest of the makeup items first. So I told you about all the multichromes. Well, there are more palettes that I bought this year that were ultimate favorites. And then there's one that was a slight fail. So one I showed you in my last video. This is the Midwinter Dream palette from Ansley Rain and Brittany Huffman. I have to show you carefully, but this is the one, which also contains multichromes, but also some really nice other pastel shades. And especially now that it's actually winter, because I bought it in the springtime, I think, this has become my go-to palette for right now. And then I realized recently that this has actually been one of my favorite palettes as well. I'm pretty sure I bought it this year. This is the Holy Fairy Tale palette from Kimchi Chic Beauty, and it has a lot of beautiful light mattes and a couple of shimmer shades. The shimmer shades are nothing to write home about, but they do come in handy when you create looks. This is a pairing palette for me. I like to use this in combination with my single shadows, other multichrome palettes. This is perfect in combination with the Midwinter Dream and the Seahorse palette from Adept. This is really the unsung hero in my collection. I don't think I bought any bad palettes, and I especially love the Adept palettes that I've been collecting over actually mostly the first half of the year, because afterwards I chilled a little bit. But there's one palette that I'd like to mention that did not quite work out the way I hoped it would. And it's this one from Glamlight. Glamlight is one of my favorite brands. I love their quality and I usually love their color stories. But this one was a little bit disappointing. This is the Berrylicious palette, the collaboration with Strawberry Shortcake. And even though I love this color story, it's all mid-tone and deeper. And I've heard this complaint about Glamlight from other people about older palettes. But recently, they've been doing a lot better. And I have to say that Rick and Morty palette, wonderful. Not quite top tier, but really good. But this one was just a little bit of a shame. I thought all the mattes looked very similar. I didn't get quite enough sparkle from the shimmer shades, and then there's no light shades, and I've been building my look around pastels. So I think I deceived myself into thinking this was more for me than it actually was, because I really liked the fun combination of green and pink, but I should have known better. Another makeup item that I received from my mom as a gift in Antwerp is this beautiful lipstick from Guerlain, and this has single-handedly revived my love for red lipstick. I haven't worn it today because I was planning on doing something more casual on the eyes, and then I added the blue eyeliner and I couldn't really add the red lipstick anymore. But this is from their metallic velvet collection, and it's not really new, but it's newer. But the beauty of this one is that it does give a bit of a shine, but it's quite dry, so it's super long lasting but not uncomfortable because it's really light. And me with dry lips saying that, actually I feel like it means a lot because I always apply lip gloss or lip balm or anything like that. But this I can wear for hours and it doesn't really transfer, unless you, of course, I don't think I would wear it with white, just to be safe, but you get it. It doesn't really transfer on cups or anything like that. And the colors, they're beautiful. They're all red shades, but there are brownie reds, deeper reds, more pinky and orangey reds. And I got the shade 721. And it's this beautiful, slightly cool toned red, but only slightly, and it's the perfect depth for me. It looks really nice with my pale skin, but it doesn't look too goth or anything. It doesn't make my teeth look yellow. It actually makes them look pretty white. So this is definitely a win. And I haven't even mentioned the prettiest part of this. Look at that packaging. I've been wanting this case for years, ever since I discovered this brand, but I couldn't justify it. And now I finally have it. The last makeup items that I want to mention are skin focused. I haven't been wearing a lot of foundation this year. I've been wearing makeup mostly when I'm actually going out, so I've been trying to keep it on the down low a little bit. And also, I haven't had that much time. I've been working out a lot. And I've been really busy, so I haven't had time to do a full beat every day, which I of course love to do, but also this is kind of my style now. But I have to tell you, when this one came into my life, the Smashbox Always On foundation, I only reviewed it like a month ago, I think. But this is the only foundation I've been wearing, and I've been wearing it quite a lot. Actually, this has revived my love for foundation altogether. I mean, I love foundation, but this one feels so weightless. I don't really have to baby it because it doesn't transfer as much. It doesn't get ugly when I sweat or when it rains, which both of them happen a lot. It's been raining in the Netherlands for 3 weeks now. And this is the kind of foundation you can actually put on and expect to look very good, or at least decent, when you arrive at your destination and where you're leaving from it as well. So I had to mention that one. And then the last makeup product that I want to mention is this faux filter corrector from Huda Beauty. I also have the corresponding concealer, but I specifically love this one. It's become a daily staple for me. I've actually been wearing this more than my foundations. And specifically this one because the color is good, the formula is fast drying, and it actually covers up very nicely without disturbing any concealer that you put on top, no creasing or anything like that. And I think it's really revived or I should stop saying revived, but it's sort of rejuvenated. That's the one I mean, my under eye look. I think I actually look younger because of it. At least most people seem to think so. Moving back into clothing and accessories, I haven't made that many bad purchases. Most of them I've just returned when they didn't work out for me. But there are two that I maybe should have reconsidered before keeping them, and I'm kind of regretting it now. And this is not to complain, it's just as a lesson that you might need as well. Both of these have the same issue. These are white tights. I've been wanting white tights for ages, finally got some. Bought them in the size double extra large, thought they would be perfect. Didn't really realize that this was, first of all, an Italian brand, which they always run small, and that I already bought extra large pantyhose when I was a size small, because I'm tall and I need the length. So even though these fit perfectly around my hips and everything, they don't reach the end of them. They don't reach over my belly. They sort of hang sadly between my legs, and I think it's too late to return them, and I don't even think you can return tights. I should have never purchased these. Should have just bought plus size tights or tights for tall people or whatever, but I was intrigued because they're white. What I'm going to do right now, or not right now, but what I'm going to do with them is open up the foot hole and then wear them more as leggings with socks on top, so you don't really see it. But then my foot will be bare and they will reach a little bit higher. So that's how I'm going to solve it, but I won't be able to wear them with ballet flats anymore, and I do feel sad about that. And in the same sort of vein, we have this little crop top from Even and Odd. This is actually a 3-pack, which makes it all the more annoying. They have 3 different necklines, and I've been loving white, and these would be perfect for summer for most people. But you can see, this is actually quite a short piece of fabric. I can put this on, and if I'm wearing a very high-waisted skirt, then it's fine-ish. But as soon as I move around, it barely covers my bra. I should have noticed this and returned all 3 of them. Instead, I decided to wear one straight away, cut the tags off, and found out that it didn't really work out for me, which is sad. And this is one of the reasons that the other purchases have been so good, because they followed these purchases. Because I realized that I need to buy clothes that are going to fit me generously, are going to fit me nicely, are going to make me feel good, at the very least. So that's the lessons I learned from that. And afterwards, I've been buying lots of great things. Oversized clothing. I bought some amazing cargo pants. Unfortunately, I'll add a picture. They were perfect. I've been wearing them a lot, but they already ripped because they're 100% cotton, and my thighs rubbing together destroyed them within 2 or 3 months. So even though they were affordable and actually perfect, these are also on my worst purchase list because I can't wear them anymore. They're already in the trash. But I've learned from that now I have to look for synthetic materials like polyamide or nylon, and those will last a lot longer. So you live and you learn. I try not to spend too much on clothing in general because my weight fluctuates. And well, if I can get it secondhand, that's always a bonus. So it doesn't really matter that much if something doesn't work out for me, but I do feel sad about these purchases. So then there's one final thing that I want to talk about. And it's on my wrist every day. I have to give mention to my new watch that I got for my birthday this year. I got it from my parents. It's from Guess. I'll take it off so I can show you properly. I don't even think I've shown you this properly in any of my videos, but here you go. I've been wanting a watch. Honestly, most people said that you would get used to not having a watch because mine was broken. But I kept feeling it. I kept feeling that emptiness and keep wanting to look. So I finally decided that I do want another one, and I got this one as a gift. So it has a silver base with little crystals surrounding it. The silver is sort of holographic almost, and then it just has I think they're steel arms. And then it has this lock mechanism. And even though I've been very diligent about putting this or taking this off whenever I do the dishes or go to take a shower or anything like that, sometimes it has gotten wet and it doesn't really transfer. So I think it's at least stainless steel, no transfer. Yeah, it's a really, really good watch. And I'm really excited about it. And I wear it every day and I feel empty without it. So with that, we've come to the end of this video. I thought it was kind of fun to reminisce about all these good purchases that I did. I actually have a lot more here, but I think we're done for today. Yeah, let me know what your best purchases of this year were. Maybe you've learned a lesson from what I've told you today. I would love to hear it all. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.